Well folks, it's here, it's finally here and I'm really excited. I have used this already actually and it's just brilliant. This is what you're gonna need if you, to be honest, I can't get my words out. It's an SD2IEC for my Commodore 64. Check her out. If I can get the focus. Which I don't think it will focus because of the WKD blue behind it. One sec, let's see if I can get something here. Sorry about this folks. There she is. Look at that. It's an SD reader from a Commodore 64. Okay. So SD2IEC, I've got the external version. You can get an internal version that you can solder yourself, but I got the external one. If I can just get a good... I've lost my place from my right, but there we go. So basically, what this does is it allows you to play any downloaded D64 file or PRG file directly on your Commodore 64. Right, it's basically plugs into your serial port and it gives you floppy drive access. It's basically a floppy drive emulation toolkit. So let's just turn it off a minute. So it goes in here in the serial port. So my data set is now made redundant. It gets the power from the data set port. So there's a plug that plugs into your serial plug and a plug that also plugs into your data set port or cassette port. So yes, so basically what you do is you copy your D64 files. I've got a 2 gig in mine, that's plenty for what I need, onto just a standard full size SD card. You put it in, connect it to the computer, the Commodore 64, turn it on, and that's basically it. So without further ado, let's see this thing in action, shall we? So let's just zoom in a bit. I don't know if you can see that. Alright, you should be able to. So basically, the joystick plugs in. I've also got a Commodore browser on here, which makes life a lot easier. Google's CBM file browser, all in one word. And basically, put that on there as well and you're good to go. So, sorry about the mess, a bit dusty. I'm going to have some Smirnoff Ice Lemon. Is that what it's called, lemon? With the classic taste of lemon. Some of that. Halfway up the glass. It's not a pint glass. And I'm going to have some WKD blue. Halfway to fill the other half. There we go. Look at that contosh gun. Beautiful. And I'm going to add just a cupful, just a lid full, well not quite a lid full, about that much, of 37.5% vodka, just to give it that extra kick. Right, so basically I've got my SD prepared all on my PC and it's all ready to go. So basically you just treat it like a normal floppy drive, 1541 Commodore floppy drive. So it's load, colon, dollar, colon, comma 8. Okay, can you see that right? And then, see, basically a disk drive. And then you type in list. And as you can see, it shows you all the files on my memory card. As if it what the Commodore knows no difference. And thinks it's a floppy disk. So this is perfect. It's like having a big 2 gig hard drive on your Commodore 64, which would have been lovely back in the day. So basically I've got this file browser on here, so it's load speech bubbles FB speech bubbles comma 8 comma 1. it will load that into memory and then run. Oops. And there we go. Now as you can see, this is the file browser, which is controllable by the arrow keys or by the joystick import 2. For some reason on my system it crashes if you try and use this file browser in joystick port 1. I don't know if that's normal, but yeah. So basically I've got loads of files on this thing. You can see that I can move this up and down, and you can see here it says program, directory, directory, directory. So that's what it is, program. That's what I'm on now, the file browser. So that's the program for that. But first of all let's have a look at GEOS. So we'll load it up. So it's just as simple as that. Now when you go into a D64 you'll find like the files, it's normally the top one. Oh, there we go. And that should load up GEOS. Now the speed of this is practically the same as if you was running a real floppy drive, probably because of the slow transfer speed of the serial port. So, but it's a lot faster and a lot more reliable in a data set. So my poor data set hiding behind my WKD Blue there has been made redundant for a while, I'm afraid. So yes. Loading up. So we'll have some of this construction, whatever the word is. Oh god, that's strong. Right. So as you can see it's loading, and there we go. GEOS, look at that, on the Commodore 64. Beautiful. Now I think this one needs joystick port 1 or mouse. Mouse is better obviously. And there we go, GEOS. Look at that. Opera GUI on the Commodore 64. So yeah, you can quit that. I can't imagine it having 64 KB free because obviously this has got to take some memory. So you've got an alarm clock on here. There we go. So yeah, that's GEOS. I'm not sure how to use it. I'm sure there must be some other programs you can get for it. I don't know if there's a file manager on here. Right. Yeah, so I wonder if I can click on this A drive. I don't think it will let me. So yeah, that's GEOS for you. Bit of GEOS. Let's turn the computer off and back on again. Remember to plug that back into joystick port 2 for file browser. You can use the arrow keys like I said. So for quickness I can just type in load FB, 8, 1 and then run for quickness. These ways of loading the D64 images directly from BASIC, but this file browser makes it so much easier. So in my C64 directory on my memory card I've got a lot of games. They're all by alphabet. So what game shall I have gone first? I don't know yet. Let's have a look what we got. Depending on how many games you've got in a disk, it does take a while to show the directory, but once it's on it's ready to go. So yes, as you can see, got a few games. Let's try Afterburner from Sega, see if that one works. So yeah, try and find a thing that you think it looks like. It's normally in the dashes, that makes it easier normally, not all games are like that, but yeah. So there we go, Afterburner. Love the coin up of this, if it's a Sega one, that is. Have a bit more of this, I think. Yeah, you will see I'll put this flat screen temporarily in front of the Commodore 64 CRT because my camcorder has a problem filming that, as you saw in one of my other videos, the tour video. Like I say, it does take a few seconds to load these games as it would on a normal disk drive, but it's still a lot quicker than a data set. I mean, you just have to be patient and it will come on. There's ways of speeding it up with Jiffy DOS cartridges and stuff like that, but I'm quite happy the way it is. Adds to the overall excitement. We'll be on in a minute, don't we? You'll notice that on the unit there's two lights. That means accessing. Well, one of them does, I think. We'll get there eventually. That's if it hasn't crashed. Oh, here we go. Now notice it's starting to decompress now. I don't know if this is Afterburner, the Sega version, but I'm guessing it is. Oh, there we go. On the Commodore 64, that doesn't. There we go. Afterburner, and it's simple as that. Let's have a go. Might as well. There was two versions of this on the Commodore 64. So yeah, there we go. I probably could have made this a little bit better, if I'm honest, with the Commodore 64's capability. But yeah, that's how we load the game from a SD card directly into the real hardware. I'm using the G2125 Plus in the black end, not the grey end, because that's for Sinclair. And the ports. Yep, so basically just turn it off and back on, and then load FB, comma 8, comma 1. Simple as that. No need swapping for tapes, no need swapping for discs, because they're all on this SD card. And I've literally got loads on here. For the next game, let's have a look in the D section, see what we got. I think this unit's brilliant. Cost me $44.99, or around that price anyway. Look at all these games. Let's try. Let's try Dizzy 2. So, Treasure Island Dizzy. Let's try this one. See if it works in Car Masters. Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah, like you have to wait a good 20-30 seconds for the games to load, depending on the game. Well, it's better than 10 minutes audio cassette would take. And you get the reliability on this where you don't on the audio cassette. It's all very exciting. Would have loved one of these back in 1991. Just wait a bit. We'll get there in a minute. We'll get there. Oh, yeah, like I say, sometimes they don't work. They don't always work. Yeah, that one's no good. That's a shame. I was looking forward to that. Oh well. Try something else. Try something else. 9 times out of 10 the games do work, but the odd one might not either. let's try the T's. What we got in T? Hey? Let's try Target Renegade. See, it's normally the top one. Target Renegade is loading from the SD card into the computer's memory. Nicely. As you can see. Yeah, you just have to be a little more patient than normal. I mean, what's 30 seconds of your life? It's not that much, is it? Cheers. Ah, that's a ticket. There we go. We should have something coming. There's the... just skip past that. We have a train. There's a trainer on here. Nah. And we shall get the game. With any luck. You have to be a little patient, but eventually it should come on. Do 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 do. Yeah, you just have to be patient. They don't all take this long, it depends on the game, like I said. Don't know if this one's crashed as well, it might have done, it might not have done. But the green light is on, so maybe it's alright. Come on. This one's taken a while. Looks like we've lost this one as well. Oh dear, we're not having too much luck. I'll maybe leave that off for a bit longer. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right. Go back to T again. Let's try Turbo Charge. I used to love that game. It's worth a try. Try this one, shall we? Oh, they like putting the trainers on, don't they? This is Turbo Charge. Decompressing into memory and loading. And if you, there we go. Listen to that SID tune. So it allowed the rest of it into memory. This fancy dots loading scheme. I see the green lights come back on, so that means it's loading more information off the disk. There we go. There's satellite imagery now. Just get past. Let's get to the main game. So we're already 22 minutes into the video, as you can see. My poor data set's been made redundant. There we go. Excuse me. Oh, one thing to mention, you can actually save to this as well. It's not just read, it's write as well, as long as you've got your write protect up. I don't think the device actually works if you write protects on your SD card anyway. I think it refuses to work. But yeah, this is brilliant. I recommend getting one of these if you've got a Commodore 64, because once you've got one of these, the possibilities are endless. And just think how many games you can fit on a 2 gig card. For that matter, just think how many games you can fit on a 4 gig card. It's not just games, you've got apps as well. You've got a vast library on www.c64.com. If you type in Google the future was 8-bit, you'll find more information and where to buy. Oh yeah, it's loading up. So here we go. I used to love this game as a kid. Really showing off some of the capabilities of the Commodore 64. Have some of that. Yeah, you got your boost as well. Reminds me of Chase HQ. You got the additional fuel for you about. Yee-hoo! Ouch. Fuel low. Oh, got some just in the scrape of time. Fuel low again. There we go. Watch out for the mines. Mines in the middle of the road, please. Ah! Oh! Yeah, so that's turbocharge. Brilliant game. What else shall we try? FB, Commodore 8. So, yes. Let's have a look what's in M, shall we? For Michael. Or Marty. Or Moon. A few games here. What we got? Yeah, so. Let's have a look at Metal Gear. I don't think that's going to be Metal Gear Solid, is it? Or Metal... If it's that old Konami game, that'd be quite cool. I didn't know that was on the Commodore 64. Probably is, I don't know. We'll try it, see what happens. It's probably worth mentioning when if you do get one, when you change your games, leave the power off for more than a second, like I haven't been doing. Leave it off for about 10 seconds per reset, because it still sometimes retains in memory on the Commodore 64. There's loads of trainers on these games, that's for sure. Oh dear, see what I mean? We're not having too much luck. Like I say, not every game's going to work. Might be better to leave it off for longer. Oh, you can tell I don't rehearse my videos. Sit and run. Depends how good your ROM files are as well, I suppose. Your D64 images. Let's try a bit of Terramex. See, things like this, you don't know whether to go on the top one or the bottom one, or top one. So it allowed in nicely. So here comes Terramex. I'll go choose my character first. Terramex on the Commodore 64, please. Oh my god, there we go. There we go, Termix. I actually prefer the Spectrum version of this if I'm honest, but yep, this is a Commodore 64 version. I think this is one of the first games I ever completed without a cheat, but it's not easy. Ouch! On the vacuum cleaner. Whee! There we go. Have some of that. Oh shit! Ah, oof. Oh, you fool! So we keep going. Yeah, anyway, that's Termix. Leave it for 10 seconds just to be safe. Then reloading the FB. What else we got? Let's try F. Fair few games. Try a bit of try Flimbar's Quest. I had this on the cartridge back in the day. This is a disc version. This. We'll try this. It's getting quite dark now. The time is 4:25, and apparently it's 14 degrees in here, and it's Saturday the 28th of December 2013. Down. Flimbar's Quest is loading nicely. Can I tempt you in a drink, sir? Can I tempt you in a drink? Oh, I don't mind if I do. That's the ticket. You do have to be patient when you're loading the games. Well, obviously it's going through the serial port to the Commodore 64. Here it comes. There we go. A space to skip that. No, 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 no. So Flimbar's Quest is on. Remember this music? Listen to that. So yeah, it will load up now when you press fire. Loading nicely. Like I said, I had this on the 4-in-1 cartridge back in the day. We've had this. Fiendish Freddy's Big Top Phone, Clacks, and Commodore International Soccer. Anyway, here we go. I remember this. I think this is the first, or one of the first Commodore 64 games I ever played. It comes with the computer in the day. Basically you got to get these scrolls and take them back to the wizard, or whatever he is. He's inside here. There we go. Then you got to find another one. The square at the bottom tells you which enemy is hiding it. There it is, see it flashing up there? There you go, there's another scroll. You don't need to get a few coins. Great little game. Got parallax scrolling on it. Music and sound effects at the same time. Oh, you bitch! I just ran right into him. So on the first level, you've only got, I think you've only got to get three letters. Have some of that. Oh, heart. That's an extra life. Did I miss it? Or did I get it? Have some of that! There he is. There's my scroll, my letter. Watch out for these guys right here. Have some of that! Whoa, shit. There we go, that's the first level completed. As you can see. So on the cartridge version it would load instantly, but on the disc version obviously you've got a bit of multi-load here. Still not as long as the cassette though. See, the music's changed on every level. Listen to that tune. Oh, this one going the wrong way. Ouch! Because some of these platforms are a bit dodgy. Ouch! Right, that's the end of that one. It was a great little game. Load up the FB again. File browser. Well, not Facebook, file browser. You have some of that. Let's try a couple more. I know it's a long-winded video. Shall we try Fantasy World Dizzy, see if that one works, as we had a non-success on Treasure Island. Let's try Fantasy World Dizzy, I'm sure that's on here. There we are, Dizzy 3. Let's try that, shall we? That's going to load it into memory. Well, bear in mind these games can take up 10, 15, even 20 minutes sometimes, and it's only half a minute on here, most of them. I find that the single load ones work a little bit better than the multi-load ones. But the multi-load ones do work. You just have to experiment and find ones that work and ones that don't. I mean, you don't have to have as much as I've got on here on your SD card, just have your favourites. Oh, my drink's nearly out. Oh dear. Have some more of this, I think. go. They will load up in a minute. Give it a kick of this. Just I should give it a bit of a kick. Won't do my health any good. All these intros and stuff on these discs, eh? So it's decrunching the game. So there we go. That one works. Oops. Supposed to give that apple to the troll. There you go, trolley. Use the water to pull out the fire. Ouch! So there you go. Yeah, so that's a few games. I'll try a couple more, yeah. Might as well. What better thing have I got to do on a Saturday evening than play on my Commodore 64. Load it up. Load up nicely. Right. Tell you what, let's come back a minute. I've got another folder here. It's got some different these are all not in alphabetical folders, they're just all in one folder. So this one might take a while to direct. Show the listing, but this is a ton of files in here. It should work it out in a minute. Obviously the serial buzz on the Commodore 64 is very slow compared to what we used to with computers and stuff. Yeah, that's the thing when you put a load of files in the same folder, it just takes ages to show the listing. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to put all that many in. Got to be about 400 files in there or something. Well, you can just see how many stuff I can fit on just one 2 GB SD card. Don't know if this is too much for the Commodore 64 to handle this amount of files in this folder. But we'll see. It's trying. I'm going to have to resort this SD card out, I think. Oh dear. I think I've crashed it. That wasn't good. Alright then, there's a handy tip for you, don't put too many files in the same folder. I'd have it about, say, 25 in a folder, something like that. I won't go in there again at the moment. Right, let's have a look what we've got in M. No, actually, go back. Let's have a look what we've got in R. I wonder if there's any of the Reptom games, I don't know, but we'll see. R-Type, Rainbow Islands. Yay, Reptom 3, that's the best one as well. I think that one's got a level editor. I love Reptom. It's like a Balderdash clone, and I'm going to have a look at Balderdash in a minute. So I'm sure Balderdash is on this memory card. I'm sure it is. We'll try Repton 3. I'll have a bit more of this, I think. There we go. You do have to be patient with them, like I said. I've got a bit of gibberish there. It's normal. A bit more gibberish. More gibberish. I think it's the way the Commodore 64 decompresses stuff. Hopefully come on in a second. The old Commodore 64 with some of this. Oh, that's a ticket. Has it crashed again? Please tell me it hasn't. I'm trying to film a video here. Dear. Oh dear. Remember to wait for 10 seconds before you turn it off. You do get quite a few crashes on it. Let's have a look at Balderdash, see if that works. Okay, if that's, I'm pretty sure it's on here, if I remember right. In the bees. There it is, and 2 and 3's on here as well. Oh no, don't go back, you tit. Oh, I'm using the joystick, keep pressing the wrong key. Lose your joystick. Far more easier. There we go, Balderdash. Loading into memory. There we go. Balderdash. might have to put this into the other joystick port. Can't remember. There we go. So here I am, use Balder Dash. I have to get all the diamonds, as you can see. Watch out for the rocks. And look how quick that game loaded compared to the tapes. Beautiful thing to have, this little devices. Now, like I say, it's a little hit and miss with the games that work and the games that don't. But that could be because I'm not leaving it off long enough, or it just could be a compatibility issue. Oh shit! Oh shit! Let's go get to the exit because I've got all the required quota of the diamonds. There we go. And that's Balder Dash. Watch out for these guys. He's going to get me. Right, that's the end of this video. I've got another part 2 coming up. So I hope you enjoyed the video, even though it was a bit of a hit and miss with the working of the games. But that's basically this little handy little cute, looks like a real 1541 disk drive, doesn't it? And I'll just show you what's on the other end. Yeah, that one goes in the cassette port. That's where it gets the +5 volts needed, and that one goes in the serial port of the computer at the back. Simple as that. Goodbye. Goodbye for part 1.